You do.
What do your friends call you?
Yeah. Yella. You can just call me Yella.
Call him Yeller. Okay.
Yella.
All
Yella.
right. Well, please don't yell at her, right? And then to my left, I have the infamous.
Stanley, for the purposes of this podcast, you can call me Ice Agent.
Okay. That's Ice Agent Sand. Ice Agent Sand. Ice Agent Sand. All right, clap it up.
All right. So yes. I mean, getting into it. I mean, I know we're messing around, but it's just going over what's been going on in the economy. Everything from we joke about it, but everything from just the mass deportation. How does it affect the business? Also to just understanding tariffs, right? Because the tariffs it was huge this
Yeah.
week, right? And
Yeah.
I know that Stanley, you had when we were talking about it, was you were telling us how that actually went ahead and influenced mortgages, and obviously Jonathan's going to tell us a little bit of how it influences the business lending side.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know the full ramifications of how it's going to affect us yet, but we know, especially on the builders end of it, it does strike fear because a lot of our raw materials we get from our neighboring countries, specifically Canada and Mexico, when it comes to our raw goods, either through their natural resources like lumber through Canada, or by raw materials coming through their ports and crossing over the border. So for home builders that don't just build single family homes, I'm talking about the real ones that not like there's fake ones, but the ones that come and build developments. They've already bought the land, they've done their permitting, they're ready to break ground and go vertical as they call it. Just so you guys know, when a developer buys undeveloped land, they call it horizontal because there's nothing on it. When they start building, they call it vertical. So you guys could follow me. I just want to explain that real quick. So a lot of builders, they're horizontal for anywhere from 3 months, 6 months, depending on what you're building, could be 2 years before you actually break ground. So think about if you're a builder, you already set your budget up, you created if you're going to keep the property, what you're going to rent it for, or what you're going to sell it for, and then you have your numbers, then you hear of these tariffs. Now, two things happen. It's not just the dollar amount of the tariff of goods, it's going to be how the market replies to it in supply and demand. So as you see in this market during COVID, something that costs $1 is now $2. And that happened just within months of when COVID happened. Now with the president, depending on where you sit politically, his position, if you feel is good, bad, but let's just stay on the core of how it affects this business model.
Yep.
So now you're looking at your numbers. Now you're having to pivot. So maybe you're not building a 20 unit townhouse. Now you're scaling down to phasing it, just doing phase 1, 2, and 3 versus 4. And then what happens? Since you're not doing all four different developments, now you scale down your workforce. And in return, less manpower is getting paid. So it's a trickle down effect. And now that contract that gets paid by you is either paying rent or not entering the housing market.
Stan, quick question: Does that affect the rates for the programs that you have right now? Does that affect the rates, or is it going to affect it later on?
Oh, definitely. Any shift in the market creates uncertainty. So right now, like I said, I don't want to play politics. No matter where you are right now, there's uncertainty in the market. Either you feel good about what's happening or bad. When it comes to boots on the ground, everybody's in a wait and see position, and that's good and bad. You could wait and see what goes on, but it could get worse for the short term or for the long term. But right now in this market, the way the markets are reacting, rates are creeping up if you watch them, but there's still opportunity. Because just like I said, you pull money out of your property for a refinance. Now those other businesses or other properties you're seeing, you can get a discount now.
But the programs the programs still the same? I mean, you still have I-10 none of the programs have been pulled, right? Like I-10,
no.
DSCR. I know that we were talking about fix and flip properties, and I think that you had mentioned that the guidelines have changed, right? A little bit.
Well, it depends who you are. Right now, we do a decent amount of volume from where we came. Being such a young company, we do a substantial amount of volume where our relationships are easing up because a lot of their other relationships aren't performing, or the way they package their deals aren't looking the same. So right now we've opened a couple new products to the market, which I'd like to introduce, where if you're part of Brokers Connection, soon you'll receive the PDFs. Now we provide 100% financing on properties.
Okay.
Now on fix and flips. You just have to do 4 properties.
Hello for that.
You acquire 4 investment properties in 5 years, and all of them do not have to be flips. 2 could be investment properties, 2 could be flips. And it's very heavy on experience, so you can't come with like a 620 score. This is a 680, 700 score plus.
Now, is that across all 3 bureaus?
Your middle score.
Okay, gotcha.
Has to be in that range. Now, what happens to 100% financing? We'll finance 100% of the purchase price, 100% of the closing cost, 100% of the finance cost. And when I say finance, your monthly payment, 100% the renovation, and then when you sell, that's the only time you pay it all back. So you're just pretty much managing, bringing opportunities and closing. Now, with that program, the only, I wouldn't say downside, but scale back, is that our exposure is only 3 deals per person at a time. So we layered it up. So let's say, for example, you come to us, Jose, whoever one of my reps, and you're like, I have 5 deals I want to do. Not a problem. The first 3, I'll give you 100% financing. The 4th deal, you'll still put 10% down, but I'll finance, and you'll pay down payment and closing costs, but I'll also finance the carrying cost. So you're paying no payments until you sell the property. So that's our Gold Star products right now that we rolling out fully. I would say the marketing and everything will be ready in one, Jose, would you say?
By next week. I mean,
Right.
I know, yeah, no, we were approved, this week, but then, yeah, we're gonna have the marketing ready for everyone by next week.
Yeah, so you'll have the criteria, you'll have the marketing material, and you see the criteria for that. That's our baby right now. That everybody's been knocking our door down, but of course, because of compliance,
Right.
and they have to see our financials to make sure we're sturdy and we passed all compliances and we're ready to rock and roll. So we should be rolling that out within the next week.
Nice. Okay, so fix and flips, DSCRs, I-10 programs. I know you have a bank statement program as well, investment properties.
Oh, right now our DSCR is killing it right now across the
That's
board.
the main product right
Oh
now. That's
my
like,
God,
And
everybody's
what's
in love with
what's
it.
the LTV?
Just got increased today. Now we just approved someone for a $1.6 million purchase, a single family home at 90% financing.
90?
DSCR. That's a
fire.
And also too, don't forget, I think we're actually the term is now being increased to 40 years as well, right?
Oh, I didn't want to roll that out.
40 years?
That tequila. So what we're able to do now is a lot of people don't qualify for DSCRs for the money they want to pull out, right? Because depending on the market, the rent hasn't increased at the same pace of appreciation. And let me give you an example. There's deals we get where the market rent is only $2,500, but the property's worth $600,000. Now, $2,500 mortgage payment is not going to cover a $600,000 loan.
I'm not saying I know what you're going to say, but remember that's a gem. I don't know if you want to be able to tell everyone exactly how to get around it.
You're leaking it out. I don't know. You talking about the 40 year. So what we do, the product we have now, instead of stretching that out of 30 years, we're adding another 10 years. Now, some people would say, why would I want to add another 10 years to my mortgage? Easy cash flow. You're cash flowing now. You're qualifying for more capital because now your monthly obligation every month goes down. So that rent that you're getting can now be used, more of it can be used to qualify for a higher loan amount. Plus, we provide adjustable loans for the first 10 years. So on certain products, we get a product of adjustable or interest only for the first 10 years. Now, we're rolling out a lot of these programs because thank God we're not the Bank of America, to be honest with you. Everyone wants to be Chase Bank of America. Big ships take longer to pivot. We pride ourselves on running really nimble and slim so we can pivot. Seeing where the market is and knowing where the banks are trending.
Being able to adjust.
Exactly. Investors have cash. They have cash flow. So we want to tailor to them in that market. And thank God we're able to, and we have the capital to. And people part of this community will really benefit off of that, especially the products we'll roll out this quarter is going to put you differently. I know a lot of people come here to fund their own deals, but I'm telling you, pay attention to these meetings because eventually you'll be sitting where I'm sitting, where Daryl's sitting, and you're cashing checks.
Oh, 100%.
Stanley, we had a quick question from Sean. Sean, thank you very much for tuning in. Sean says, is that also 100K minimum for that program?
For which one?
The program that you were just going over, or the multiple programs you're just going over?
Well, it depends. On certain loans, we go down as a loan amount of $50,000. And we've just rolled that out. Of course, Jose has me spilling the beans first quarter. Because last year we saw, mind you, we're a national company, right? So New York, the Calis, they have higher loan amounts. But we have to service the Michigans, the Idahos, Arkansas. And we're seeing people owning a portfolio of 10, 15 properties, and the property value is $75,000.
Yeah.
So we're adapting. Like I said, the small nimble ship where we're like, hold on, what are our clients' needs? The investor in Michigan, Chicago, what do they need? And we're like, hold on, they're just as responsible as a person holding $1 million mortgage. They're making sound investments, so we want to cater to them. So what we also added to our product line is a portfolio loan, because what we saw is in these markets, people might have a $50,000, $75,000 property, but they'll have 4 or 5 of them. So now we lump them up under a blanket. So now we can hit that threshold and you get financing and pull that money out at a great rate. So that's one of them we're going to pull out also, hopefully by the end of this month. But I really don't want to talk about too much, even though we're running on a tangent, because I want you to have the paperwork to support it. But the stuff we're rolling out these next couple of quarters are game changers. And I'm telling you now, I know some of you are on this podcast just to fund your deals, but trust me, come to these podcasts, come to these Zooms. Eventually, if you take it seriously before the end of this year, you'll be in my seat.
Thank you, Stanley. Really quick, I just wanted to kind of pivot to the business lending side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And just to kind of, I'm gonna ask you for your opinion shortly after this, but just really quick, guys, we can't turn a blind eye to what's going on right now and what everybody else is seeing is going on right now in the country, right? One of our top funding industries is construction.
Correct.
And, I spoke to several contractors over the course of the week, and, most of them said that, almost like 40% of their staff just didn't show up. Just not here, just no call, no show. These guys have been working for some of these guys for over 10.
Well, there was a strike, wasn't it? There was a strike, I think.
Yeah,
Tuesday or Wednesday.
listen, I know,
on the highway or something like that.
Yeah, listen,
I almost didn't come to work.
No. Listen, seriously, there's strikes in certain states. There's we're all gonna feel the ramifications of what's going on, right? But we're all business owners. We're all trying to make ends meet, and we all have to adjust to what's going on in the country. We can't just complain and not figure out a way to survive and to feed our families, right? So one of the things that I want everyone to do when you're speaking with certain industries, talk about what's going on. Now every time I get a construction guy on the phone, I'm like, is the majority of your staff not showing up? Yes. I already know the answer is yes, because I am speaking with 5 to 10 of them a day, right? So harp on the pain points, but don't ask a question that you don't have the answer to already, right? So, one of the things that I say, the first question now, I'm going to think into a construction worker, a construction business owner, or some kind of specialty contractor guy, a painter, anyone, restaurants especially, how much of your staff is not showing up? Now, one, what that's doing is that's me bringing up a pain point, but that's also going to allow you guys, if you guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ask those questions, it's going to make you seem more like you're like you're an alpha, or that you're a Mahiko in their field of expertise that they deal with on a daily basis. These other shops are not asking these questions, okay? But these other shops know what's going on, but they're afraid to have the tough talks. I spoke with a restaurant guy today. He has a staff of well over 50 people. 15 people didn't show up. Dedicated staff. Construction guy, 40% of his staff didn't show up. So now these guys are frantic and they're running around and they're doing whatever they can. And now they're starting to take some of these short-term deals. Now some of the SBA deals that we had going on for them, which SBA funding has been delayed or slowed down, it's all up in the air. But we're making it work. We're providing the options for them. And the way you provide the options is first you have to identify the problem. Look, we
taught you that?
We stop it. We know that a lot. We know what's going on with the deportations. We know the industries that most people that are, let's just say, not legal are hired in, or that are working in, right? So yes, everyone is being affected. Business owners are being affected. There's families that are being affected, right? So let's talk about it. If you speak about these types of topics, regardless of what side of the spectrum, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, we're all Americans, and we're all dealing with this. We're all dealing with ramifications of what's going on. So let's provide solutions.
Well,
for
Darryl,
people.
just to add on to what he said, is just
Yes.
identifying the problem, right?
Yes.
Everyone's scared to speak about, to speak to a client about what their pain points are, right? That's one of the biggest things. They're scared to go ahead and have those conversations.
Yeah.
What Darryl is saying, which I agree with 100%, is get that out of the way from the beginning.
Yep.
Right. It's like when you're going to go ahead. I'm sure a lot of you have watched motivational videos. The thing is like, okay, before you let the client go on the phone, he wants to talk to somebody else. What are you looking for? What are the answers that you want? Why are you going somewhere else? Right. So what he's saying is identify the issue. Let's fix it. Right. So that, because that's the only way that you're going to get around it. What is the, let's be honest with you. Construction companies right now are not really getting approved. They're considered high risk industries. Why? Prices are about to go up. A lot of people aren't showing up for work, unfortunately. So let's pivot to a program that's going to approve you, right? Don't just tell the client, hey, you're going to qualify for this program because you want it. No, let's understand first your criteria, your guidelines. What's your credit score? Number one, what's your credit score? Number two, do you have the paperwork to submit for a traditional line of credit? Number three, are you credible? Meaning credible in the sense of you may have a 700 score, but you may have bankruptcy, right? Understanding those key points is what we do. We pull credit before we go ahead and obviously soft credit pull before we go ahead and even submit a client
For any program.
any program, right?
Any.
So understand it, because now we're having the conversation. It's, you know what, Bob, you don't qualify for a line of credit because you filed for bankruptcy and it hasn't been 7 years. But I do have a different type of program, right? It's for right now, what you want, you're not eligible for. So let's pivot to something else that's going to allow you to grow the business. I think that's one of the biggest things. A lot of people they're scared,
Yeah.
because they're scared of saying no. Right. I being in the industry for a very long time. I was always taught you're on the phone, people hang up on you. Have a conversation with the client. Understand their why. Why do you need the money? Huge, very, very, very important question. Why do you need the money? And working capital is not an answer. What are you going to do with the money? How much money is it going to make you? What's the ROI? It's essentially act as if you're a banker. No one would go into a bank and say, "Hey, I need working capital, and here and my documentation, if it's a driver's license or a bank statement is half cut off, and this and this." No, make them respect your time where you are that person, because essentially a lot of you, if you've been in the industry for a very long time, is you're fighting for the client with the underwriter. Hey, listen, he needs a bump. He needs more money. He needs more money, an increase because of this, and this. Not just ask for, hey, I need an increase because of, just because he wants an increase. You understand? Have stuff to justify why he needs an increase. But just I don't want to go on a tangent. But I know that one of the things I wanted to ask you, Jonathan, obviously asking you about tariffs. How does that?
You said Tara or tariffs?
Tariffs.
Okay.
Asking about tariffs, how has that affected, I guess, the clients that you speak to, or what are their needs now? What are they pivoting to now?
And you know what? Before you speak, Jonathan has got a couple of deals closed this week where he has been dealing with businesses. So John, just like Jose said, how has what's been going on with today's climate in the country? How's that been affecting your conversations or just even your clients in general?
Well, due to the tariffs and also with the deportations and stuff like that, the cost of everything it has increased now. So the businesses don't have the capital in order to get the inventory needed to sell their products. Restaurants, everything's more expensive. The eggs are more expensive. The cheese is more expensive. Everything. So they need the extra capital to stay either afloat or to be able to afford the ingredients needed to sell what they sell. Retail as well. Like 80-70% of the stuff in this room right now is made in China, and it's all the companies aren't going to incur those
China.
costs. They're not going to incur those costs. They're going to pass it over to the
So,
consumer.
so what kind of programs have you been able to fund clients with? I know you have different programs, right? Clients, let's say 680 scores, right? Ideally, what type of programs do they get?
Well, right now, the bread and butter right now is the no doc business funding,
Okay.
0% interest business credit cards with no income docs, no bank statements, no tax returns, just your corporate docs, your ID, and we're good to go. Also, we have
So
the
those are good for startups,
Yeah.
startup companies, right?
startup companies and also established companies, but also that they don't a lot of people don't know about business credit.
Okay.
So we help them build that up as well, keeping the debt on the business side, not on the personal, not taking out personal loans, not putting more debt onto their personal credit. so their credit score stays up.
And these I guess this type of funding, whether it's credit cards or the case maybe, is that on the personal side or the business side? What is that? What is that debt up here?
The credit cards stay strictly on the business side.
Okay.
The inquiries will show up on the personal side, but that's the good thing about our service is that we remove the inquiries for them. So yeah, so that's what happened.
What how about term loans? And I know that you guys have been big on term loans as well.
Yeah, so we just signed up with a bunch of banks recently. I don't know if you want to nerd out about it, the requirements, but we
I
signed
want
up.
to know if you paid attention.
Oh man, I haven't studied the sheet yet, but this guy memorizes everything. But yeah, I don't know if he wants to nerd out, but 680 plus credit score, full doc programs. We have programs where less than $50,000 is no UCC on your business. If you want more, then there will be a UCC.
Now-
Elaborate on that.
Yeah, now this is a question that I had for Jose, because Jose all week has been just bragging about this new program that as long as you take 50K or less, you're not gonna have a UCC on your business. And I couldn't understand why that was so important. Jose, why is it that important that people would not want a UCC to show up when they're taking some of this unsecured financing?
So UCC number one stands for Uniform Commercial Code, right? It's basically how any type of business debt is registered to the business, right? It's like if you have a house, there's a lien. So what a UCC is that if you stay below $50,000 or lower, there's no UCC. So it's called, the banks call it unsecured, right? There's nothing attaching that debt to the business, so to speak.
Collateral.
Right, not even collateral because they don't request anything, but there's no UC. There's nothing like
There's nothing telling other lenders that they have
That's
borrowed
correct.
that they have borrowed from
$50,000.
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
that's the reason why it stay below 50,000. Also to the requirements. I mean, the requirements are 680 plus credit score, and we have certain banks that either are fund clients on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and also all the other states that are missed. And we also have national banks that would be able to do it.
Mhm.
Everyone says the same thing: stay under $50,000, and there's no UCC. Right, there's no UCC. So this is great because now if you're getting an SBA loan,
Yeah,
you don't have to go ahead and pay that off. Right, if you're getting a term loan, or let's say you already have a bank loan, there's no one has to do with something called subordinate. Come behind that, which most banks do not. They want to be first position. There's no issues there. Also, too, I had another client that had a tax lien for $350,000. If he stayed below 50,000 or below, there was no issue with that. He didn't have to pay it off. He didn't have to do anything whatsoever. So
now, Jose, really
Yeah.
quick. The reason why you're saying this is because, and this is something that I don't think many of you know. Whenever you're doing something traditional,
Yeah.
okay, which is a full doc loan that you're going to, you're going to a bank for, they are going to want to be in first position, or the SBA. When they say first position, that means any of your other fundings or anything that you have a UCC filed under,
Yeah.
which means that you owe someone. That means that the any kind of term loan, usually they're gonna, with over a certain dollar amount, they're going to want you to pay that debt off,
correct.
so they can come in first position. Which
Correct.
means that once you take funding from them, you don't owe anyone else. The reason they do that is so that you don't miss payments with them, so that you can't say, "Hey, I have this payment, I can't pay you." So they're going to want to pay everyone off. What Jose is saying with these new programs that we have, if we keep at 50,000 or less, you don't have to pay off anyone else. So all those proceeds you can literally use for working capital.
Yeah.
So you net the maximum dollar amount. Really quick, I just want to,
Yeah.
I want to read chat. Always, Sean Comey, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah, Sean.
Sean
What are you cooking
Comey.
today?
Always here, Sean Comey. I don't know, you're not cooking
What are
today,
you
so I don't
cooking
know what's
today?
going
Yeah.
on. Yeah, sorry, y'all. I've been busy with clients today. The other Sean, do they have to be in business for 6 months to qualify for the cards?
When you're doing something that's whenever you're doing a program that you're using your credit for, the time in business doesn't really matter. You want to make sure that it's 30 days or greater, right? Because what you're doing is you're using your personal credit to qualify. Ideally, you want to make sure that it's 2 years in business, right? Ideally, you would want to make sure that there's income coming in. If it's not a lot, it's okay, but you want to make sure that you do have an established business. We can get on the phone, we can speak about it, but just very important is your credit profile. Your credit profile is going to be very important because now instead of income documentation, you're going ahead and putting down your personal credit, right? It's going to be based on your personal credit profile. Okay.
Another.
I like to nerd
Sure,
out.
sure. I like to nerd out when I can. Cooking
I
soon.
just want to interject real quick. Understand, I just want everything to hit home what Jose is saying. Not all credit is the same.
Joseph.
Oh, Mr.
Martinowitz.
Leibowitz.
Sure.
Remember something. Not all credit's the same. You'll jump on social media. They'll tell you I'll get you 100,000 using an EIN. They'll tell you we'll fund you $1 million just off of being business for one day. What they don't tell you, it's the body of your credit. So just because you have a credit card doesn't mean it's the same. Like for example, we talk about having a limit of 2,500 on at least 2 cards, but that's just not it. Who would you feel more comfortable giving 100,000, $250,000?
You can't give them too much information. They got to go ahead and give us a call.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You know what? I just want to get the you brought me on the show.
do
You
too.
brought me
But
on
I
the
realize,
show.
you know what?
This is what I do. I give gems.
That's it.
When you look at that credit report, when you're looking at it, look at the body of it. It's like a woman.
Yeah. Oh.
You might see her face, but there's other parts that are important. You have to look at the body of the report, and then you know what you're going to get at.
Shout out to all you ladies out there. Shout out to that.
Ladies' night.
Continue, Sam.
Hold on. All right. So we also have different types of programs which are bank statement programs, right? Based on our relationships, we have programs where you can get a line of credit and not need to show business tax returns. Okay, you can just do it with 4 months of statements. Now, most of you are familiar with a cash advance. I'm not talking about a cash advance. I'm talking about an actual business line of credit with a bank. You're able to do that with on the East Coast. You're able to do it with just 4 months of statements. You're also able to. We have relationships with on the West Coast where you do need to have your last year's returns, personal, and 4 months of statements. That particular bank is giving out rates in 8.5% was the last one that we did.
Yeah.
Over 5 years.
That deserves
That's
a
insane.
That's fine.
The SBA isn't giving out rates like that. They're giving out their rates are prime plus 3, prime plus 4.75, I believe. The benefit of an SBA is that it's over 10 years, right? But these types of you drop me.
Yeah, you good. Listen.
All right. The SBA program. I'm sorry, not the SBA program. The program on the West Coast, right? Which once you submit an application, we have to make sure that it's within the branch or near a branch. But that particular program, you're doing up to $250,000, right, on a term loan. But there's a lot of different programs that are available now for business owners.
Yeah, and I can't let Jose outshine me. So if you're giving Jose those 3-4 months bank statements and you have real estate, guess what? We'll finance based on those 3 bank statements and a profit and loss from your accountant based on your deposits. So let's give an example. If you can show me 3 months consecutive bank statements of depositing $20,000, I'll qualify you showing that you earn $240,000 in income on what you deposit, not what you withdraw, what you deposit. You follow me? So let's say example, like that $600,000 house that you had before that you only were getting $2,500 on rent. I won't even look at the rent. I will just look at your deposits and approve you for a loan.
Stan, but I'm assuming that a lot of these programs that you have, I mean, I could do any credit score. I'm assuming that a lot of these programs that you have, you need a great credit score.
Credit? I don't even need credit.
What do you mean?
Listen, give me. I'm a preach a little bit. Give me your poor. Give me your 500 scores. Give me your 400. As long as the asset's there, I'll lend 50% of whatever the asset is worth.
Wow.
It's a major key, Stanley. Bro, really quick, we just had someone.
We just
had someone just tag in. I guess John had to run. Who do I have over here to your right, Jose?
Go ahead. He can introduce himself.
Sean McClellan with Lendmate Capital. How we doing tonight?
How we doing tonight, everybody? Here we go.
Sean, what do you do? What do you do over at Lendmate?
I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, specifying, small business lending. I dabble a little bit in the real estate as well.
Nice.
Try to be,
He's killing it.
Try to be a little bit of a jack of all trades and diversify my wisdom and bring that to the table.
Nice.
Now that you are sitting down and you're just like myself, I didn't get a chance to ask you this on the phone, but how have your calls been this week? You get the most submissions. You have the most people sending you deals at a time. You're on the phone. You never even really leave your desk. How has your calls been this week? And what have you been experiencing on the phone? And what's the pain point of some of these merchants that you've been speaking to?
Yeah, I think obviously a lot of people are still looking for money. You know, and a lot of people, a lot of these businesses are noticing. Again, I think we mentioned this on the last week's message that there's a lot more consumer confidence going on now. So
Yeah.
some of those people that might have been a little reluctant, we've all gotten that rebuttal towards the end of last year, even in the summertime. Well, let's see what happens with the new administration. Let's see how the election works out.
Yeah.
So I think, from an economical standpoint, a lot of business owners do feel more confident in borrowing money now because they feel that they may have the means to now obviously pay back the loan,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
that their business is going to now grow due to
Right.
taking that money.
Looking at Sean, I do have to point something out just out of the topic, which is, guys, make sure you speak to your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because today, actually no, for the last couple
Raise
of
the
days.
someone said the volume is low.
Oh, one of today we actually had a client that so we've been in the industry for over 17 years, right? So we have friends in the industry, right? Just because it's a merchant cash advance space, it's very small, right? These are friends of ours. We go out to dinner, et cetera, so on and so forth. But you know what? One of the things was that one of the deals that actually Sean got, and that's it just clicked, was there was an affiliate that spoke to didn't even speak to the
Didn't speak
client.
to.
Didn't speak to the client. I'm sorry. He just sent over the link. I guess he's doing mass marketing, which is fine. That's not a problem. But at one point, he never spoke to the client. Submitted documentation. We got a sick approval for the client. We get an info. One of our friends tells us, "Hey, listen, this deal was just submitted to us again from another shop. Just so that you're aware. You know what? Just make sure that you're in contact with the client. Call up the client." So I look at the approval. The approval was a 137 factor rate, right? 137 factor rate. That means that the AP, most people like the, what was it? It was 137 over what?
It's over 18 months.
It's a
18
137 over 18 months, and
So-
this particular.
But most people would say it's 37%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Typically,
we we're good at what we do. Daryl's very good at what he does.
Very good.
We were able to get this person a line of credit at a 17% APR, right? It's not a factor rate, it's an annual percentage rate. APR it strictly states it on the agreement in APR, right? Which is huge compared to a 37% factor rate. We can't get the client on the phone. The client, I hope the client does not sign the deal that they got a 137 factor.
You listen. It was sickening
Yeah.
to see the approvals come in because we got. First of all, the lady needed like 40,000. That's all she really deserved to get. We were able to place the deal so well. We got the lady approved 50K, unsecured for 18 months.
Yeah.
The best part about this deal, not only the line of credit, which was going to be tagged on with it as well,
Right.
we also were able to get the deal approved with no closing costs.
Yeah.
No closing costs. So this was it seemed like it was a layup.
And a revolving line of credit. So whenever she used the money and she paid it back, you guys are still making money on the deal. So it's a revolving credit. Whenever she takes the money, you get paid.
So the ISO would have got paid, twice over. And it really just is upsetting when something like that happens, guys. Because listen, again, we don't know how you guys submit deals. We don't know where you're getting your leads from. We do appreciate everything. We appreciate all your efforts. We just don't want your efforts to be in vain or for no reason.
Right.
We're here to help you guys get these deals done. So if you're spending your time and spending your money and spending your time away from your family and your resources sitting at the computer, at least let's make sure that we're monetizing it.
Right.
We want all ISO submissions. When the deal comes in, we want to jump on the phone with them.
Oh, 100%.
Right away. So even if you guys are just blindly submitting us deals, when the documents come in, we would like for you guys to go ahead and make the introduction with us. Because trust me, if we don't speak with the clients up front, the likelihood, and we've done the numbers, we have a bunch of guys in the background that all they do is numbers all day. The numbers for closing percentage drops 40% when we do not immediately jump on the phone with the client when they submit initial docs. And the reason why is because you guys don't really know this, but they're shopping. They sent you guys their documents, never spoke to you. The likelihood of that client not shopping around and sending those same documents
Slim
to a
to
bunch
none.
of different people, slim to none.
Yeah.
So if you want the deals to close, please, because listen, you guys are really new to this. So when you guys get a deal in, you get excited. Yeah, I got a deal in. You guys know we're the best. So again, you guys are going to close it. Great. Well, now we can't get the person on the phone. And a lot of the sale for these deals, guys, comes from the initial conversation.
Building that rapport.
So if we're not able to have that initial conversation, if we're not able to bring up the pain points and bring up what's going on in today's economy and the market, the odds of getting the deal closed is slim to none. So please, when you guys see that a deal comes in, if you guys have not made that initial connection, please make that initial connection. Let us be able to jump on the phone with you and the client. It helps you guys as well.
Now,
You know,
Daryl, I know that we've been obviously we got a lot of information to give out, but why don't we let the affiliates? I mean, everyone is here. Julian, Abiola. We have 25 different people.
James Jones said, "What's up, Sean? Sean, that
Hey,
must have been your
James.
eyes."
Guys,
What's up, my
what do
man?
you guys? I guess just on the chat in the chat, if you guys have any deals or what are the pain points? What have you been experiencing as far as to rebuttals? Are there any issues that you guys are having with clients or placing a deal, even if you have a deal ready to go? Normally we do underwriting every Saturday 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I apologize. Last Saturday I was sick. I don't know if you guys can still hear. I'm a little bit under the weather. But you know what? We want to be able to do this on a daily basis, right? For everyone. And honestly, the best way to do this is for us to be able to discuss what deals you have. Let us know. Let's get the deals out of the way.
You know, we also want to make this an open dialogue,
Yeah,
right, guys?
well,
I mean,
yeah.
listen, I talk to these guys all day.
Yeah.
I don't want to really talk to them after hours.
There's only so much
there's
we
only
can
so-
relay the SBA program, the
there's a-
term loans,
there's-
everything.
You know,
There's
I'm
only-
tired of seeing you guys. all
Yeah,
day.
there's only so much that we can reiterate to you guys. There's only so much that I even want to talk to these guys about after hours. You know, we're here for you. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, or if there's just particular things that you guys need to know about
Or a
certain
scenario.
products,
About a scenario.
yeah, run a scenario by us. Or even if you guys have like a deal that you guys think will get approved, run it by us right here on the podcast. We would love to do live underwriting while everyone's here. Sean, perfect. Thanks so much for being, so attentive. Can you go over the types of SBA loans?
Yes. All right. So we
Go
have
ahead, Guru.
let's focus on one particular type. 680 plus credit score. You do not need to have any revenue coming into the business. You can show a negative.
Hold on, guys. If you have the means to write this down,
Yeah.
do it, because we're always sending out literature. We're always sending out different things to you guys, but it's just like being in class or in school. Sometimes you're nervous to raise your hand and ask a question because you don't want everyone to look at you and laugh. Ask the question.
Let's okay. So starting off, the program that we offer that stand out, right, is no bank statements. Today I heard about a business. Actually, Stanley brought it up. A business that was doing well before. They did what, 2.2 million, I believe, in tax returns,
yes,
2023.
yes.
So they did 2023 tax returns, 2.2 million. However, their bank statements were there were no
Light.
deposits. They dropped the sales, right? So as long as they have a 680 score, we can do an SBA loan where we do not want to see, we don't need to see cash flow.
Yeah.
By cash flow, I mean we don't need to see bank statements.
Yep.
We only need to see the last 2 years of business bank statements. They have to make a minimum of $350,000. Thumb down. $350,000, a minimum of 350, and then multiply that number by 30%. That's going to be an average of what the client would get approved for. It doesn't matter if they show a negative, or it doesn't matter if they show positive. It does that. That's irrelevant to the SBA for this particular program, right? The next thing is that on that program, they just need a profit and loss statement, but they need to have a 680 score. Aside from that, we do business acquisitions. Business acquisition programs we do have for the SBA, right? But the program that we specialize in is programs that do not have to cash flow, so no bank statements, and they just have to show business tax returns showing a minimum of $350,000. That's just for the SBA. For the term loans, is $100,000.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Next one.
Next one. So James Jones. James, thank you very much for commenting. I seen you wrote a couple of times.
My guy right there.
Thank you so much. Some business owner, and this is a great question. And
Yes.
and ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want you all to really pay attention to what we say next. So James Jones, some business owners have an unrealistic expectation of funding. How do we speak to that so that we can set a realistic expectation as to what's actually available to them?
With the truth.
That is a great question. The fact of the matter is this: it's hard to have it's hard to have that true pain point conversation without receiving the docs first. But if you want to speak about it up front, ask the simple questions.
Wait, hold on. How do you handle that? Let's say that, let's we haven't done this before. Let's do this. Ring, ring, ring. Right? It's you're calling me.
Here we go.
You know what?
Live role play.
You're
All right.
calling me.
Go.
You're calling me. Right?
Jose,
hello?
this is the first time we've ever role played.
Yeah,
Whoa.
hello.
Why do I
hope
feel
so.
that's not
No,
good?
all right, all right, ready? All right, so you know what? So okay, hello.
Yeah, who's this? Who's calling?
No, you're calling me.
Oh,
You
really?
called me. You
Sorry,
called me.
no. Reverse. You called me.
Oh, that's a spin cycle. That's how you.
See,
how
that's
you get
it.
the
There you go.
clients.
You go.
No.
go.
Okay. So let's go ahead. So he said some business owners have unrealistic expectation of funding. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
no, go ahead.
I'm the client.
Yes. No.
Okay. I'm the client.
I'm the client. I'm the client.
You're the client.
Yeah,
All
I'm the client. You go. He go.
No. Hold on. So did you fill it? So I'm assuming he filled out an inquiry. You filled out an inquiry.
Yes. So listen. So guys, the role play right now is this. Just to let you guys know. Okay. The role play is
set the tone. Set the mood.
I filled out something online. Okay. I filled out something for Brokers Connection to let Jose know I was interested in business funding.
Perfect.
I had a 6.
I don't care. I don't care what you have.
Perfect.
It doesn't matter. I don't. You just looking for money.
You don't care what I have?
You're looking for funding. So this
Okay.
is what the conversation is, right?
Let's go.
All
ring,
right.
ring. I'm not gonna make any eye contact,
Okay,
bro.
no
Do not
problem.
look
Turn
at me.
around. Turn around. Ready?
Don't tell me to turn
Okay,
around.
ready?
Pause.
Strange.
Hold on. That's crazy.
All right. Ready?
Go
Hello.
ahead.
It's getting real weird.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, Daryl. How you doing? Jose Martinez over at Lemon Capital. How are you?
What company are you calling from?
Lemon Capital. Listen, real quick. I'm actually giving you a call because you filled out an inquiry. I'm calling to finalize the approval process.
Gotcha.
All right. So I just want to go over a couple of things. One of the things you put down here, just want to confirm. What's your credit score?
My credit score, because of COVID, my business took a big hit. I had to use a lot of my personal credit cards to fund the business.
Okay.
Even though I know it's 5 years ago and I'm still complaining about it. My credit score right now is a 650.
Okay. Perfect. 650.
That's pretty good, no?
650. It depends. It's great. It's good. It's good. It's not bad.
Okay.
Listen, it could be a 600, right?
Great.
Okay. So 650. You have a 650 score.
Yes.
What type of industry do you have?
I'm actually a restaurant owner.
Okay, nice. And how's the restaurant going? Is it profitable now? I mean, what's going on?
I mean, yeah, man, but trust me, like you know what's been going on. A lot of people haven't been really showing up for work, man. Shit's kind of tough.
No, I get it 100%. What type of restaurant?
I actually have a pizza shop.
Okay, so pizza shop, perfect.
Yeah.
Now you filled out an inquiry. What are you looking to do with the money? Or how much money do you need? And what's the purpose of the capital?
So one of my ovens just went down,
Okay.
and now I obviously I need to get it fixed. But this made me want to buy another oven.
Okay, and how much money is that?
So the one that just broke, I need like another I need 15,000. But to purchase another one, I need 30,000 more. So 45,000 in total makes me good.
Okay, all right, no problem. And how much money is coming into the business?
I mean about 150,000 a month.
100. You make 150K a month.
Off one oven. That's crazy, right?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you're doing something great. You say you've been in business for how long?
I've been in business for about 10 years now.
10 years. All right. So you're doing something that your competitors aren't doing.
My sauce is amazing.
Is it nice? All right. So, okay. So let's go over the program. So I do have several different types of programs. I mean, listen, one of them actually being a revenue-based type of funding.
Okay.
But I need you to have a 680 score. All right. You don't currently have that right now. Doesn't mean that I cannot build you up to be that or to do that type of
I
finance.
mean, well, what the hell what do you mean? What you says revenue based? What do you care about my credit score?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Please.
The reason why I care about
don't touch me. I don't know who you are.
The reason why I care about the credit score is because a lot of these programs are credit driven.
Okay.
But understand that I'm going to make sure I exhaust all options. First of all, let me just be frank with you.
Exhaust all options, please.
I'm gonna
What's your name again?
Jose.
Okay.
Jose Martinowitz.
All right.
All right. Listen, just be very frank with you. I mean, listen, I'm going to talk to you as if as if you were my college roommate.
Great.
I'm going to just be transparent because
I did a lot of stuff in college.
Listen, I don't
All
want to
right.
waste your time.
Yes.
Daryl, I don't want to waste your time, and I definitely don't want to waste mine.
All right, let's get on
All right?
to business. Talk.
So listen, a 650 score. I do have several different types of programs. I mean, I have programs that can range anything from, giving you the 45,000 definitely, but the terms ranging anywhere from 6 to 12 months. I have term loan options as well.
Is this one of those daily, weekly payment stuff?
You know what? To be honest with you, I have monthly payment options with a 650 score. But before we get into that, let me just first see what you get approved for.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure, number one, that we can present all options to you. Maybe we can go ahead and do that, but I understand you're a pizza shop. That may not be something that you want to go ahead and just take.
Yeah.
Right? So let me go ahead and do this. Why don't we do this? I'm going to send you over an email.
Okay.
I need real simple. It's a 4-page. It's a 1-page application. I need the last 4 months of business bank statements.
Now, question. Would you say your name was again?
Joseph.
Joseph. Okay. Why do you need my bank statements? I mean, what about just look? Because my last month, like I said, my oven just went down. My last month doesn't really look too, So is that going to affect my approval?
Well, let me look at the statements. I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to commit to you and tell you that it's gonna.
You don't want to commit to me?
I don't want to commit to you. Let's go on a date first.
Okay.
But I want to make sure that I can actually go ahead and look at the actual scenario and identify what you would qualify for.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I need the last 4 months of statements in a 1-page application.
All right.
All right. So email addresses,
blah blah blah, blah,
blah, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, what he did was he never shot me down, right? And again, a lot of these clients, just like James said, a lot of clients are going to ask for things that they don't qualify for.
Correct.
They're going to ask for programs they don't qualify for. You don't want to be an order taker. This is one of his famous lines. You don't want to be an order taker, okay? Because again, you guys don't do this on the day-to-day. We hear this, so we're able to go ahead and pivot live on the phone.
He made it easy for me with a 650 score. If someone said a 500 score, honestly, from the very beginning,
very direct.
I would have just been like, you know what? Why do you think you qualify for something else other than a daily payment?
It's take it or leave it at that point.
Because at the end of the day, it's a 500 credit score. You know what a 500 credit score actually means? The guy doesn't he doesn't pay his the creditors. Late payments, credit cards are maxed out. Understand that, and there's only so much that the client can say. Oh my God, COVID happened a couple of years. Stanley we were talking about this. What is it? COVID happened in December 2019. Was it actually right? I looked it up.
Late 2019.
Right, because someone was trying to look for an excuse with a mortgage, and he said, "Oh no, June of 2019."
He's like, COVID. We're like, hold on, let's Google.
Yeah, and then it's only so much COVID can actually, affect it. Once it's over, okay, what did you do to get after that? You know what I'm saying? It's like people, when clients don't tell you what their credit score is, it's because it's bad.
Yes.
10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Trying to be evasive.
Clients with good credit scores know what their credit score is.
They also want to flex it a little bit. They're like, I have an 819.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an 819.
I don't know. Let me check this. Okay,
we had one today like that.
I know. That's what I'm referring to.
I wasn't on my game. Clients like the client that does 2.2
I
million. Also, I'm like, what's your credit score? He's like, I don't know. And I wasn't paying attention. That's why it's great to have a supporting staff. And then Sarah, who you've met before, comes like,
shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Sarah. Big Sarah.
Big Sarah.
Big pack. He's like, oh no, credit's no good. I'm like, why is it credit good? Like, he doesn't know what his credit score is. And I was like, oh
yeah. I'm surprised because I love Sarah, but it's just and they're learning. She's been with us for a very long time.
We're always learning every day.
The fact that she said that is 100% true. They don't know their credit score. I mean, listen, I know. Yeah. You call me up and I have a 700 score. I know this and this because people monitor it. I mean, so if you act like you don't know what your credit score is, you're lying. It's bad credit score. It's a bad credit score. But something like this, be upfront with them. I use a line that a good friend of mine, Shay Murphy, was I'm going to talk to you like you're my college roommate. You may not like what I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to be frank and honest with you. Mm-hmm. Right? That's my line all the time. Clients they're like, okay, I get it. I understand it. All right. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, you get so honest with the client that at the end of the day, you are the one declining the client. The client now is flipped because the client is telling you why you should take him on as a client. You're saying, hey, I don't want to waste my time. No, I don't want to do this. Now they're telling you, hey, listen, the money's going to get me this, and so forth, boom, 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 boom. But that now means that you understand what the business was. It's okay. You don't have to say yes to every single deal.
You also want to regard yourself as if you're the one that has the money. Because it's just like this, guys. You guys would never walk into a major bank, a Chase, a Bank of America, a Wells Fargo, and walk in and say, hey, accept my application or else.
No. But even if you did, I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah. Just remind me, even if you did, you have to remember, these banks are held accountable by who? Board members, right? Members. So now it's the same thing. Whether it's a line from American Express, whether it's a line for this person, that person, they have to check off certain boxes.
Yep.
So that's the same thing. When you get on the phone with them, tell them, "Hey, listen, Bob, listen, this is money that I have to make sure goes out, right? Majority of the time, people don't believe it, but you have to make yourself put yourself in a position as if you are the underwriter writing out that
As if
writing
it's
out that check.
your
That's
money.
it. My guys tell them all the time, Bob. I'm sorry. We give them lines. Yo, here's $100,000. You got to put the $100,000 out. You guys, you know what I mean. Here's $100,000. Put it out, okay? But there's certain guidelines they have to follow
Yes.
because when you get audited, what happens is that now you didn't check off this box. Why not? Fraud. Okay, no problem. You're responsible for it. It's the same thing. Make sure that when you speak to a lot of these clients, you go ahead and hold yourself at that regard.
Yeah.
Don't just yes people to death.
Right.
The deals will never close if you don't act as if it's money that you're loaning them from your personal bank account.
Correct.
If you don't treat these people like they need to earn you as the representative for them and their business, they will never respect you. Remember, they're business owners. They have people that are below them on the totem pole that are yes sirring them all day, all day. They're used to being the ones in power. So when you're speaking to them on the phone, speak to them as if it's like this, because now the first time throughout their day, you are now the authoritative figure over them. And if you speak to them like that, you'll earn a lot more of their respect. They will, hold on really quick. I'm going to answer his question. They want to speak to you as if you are the expert. They don't want to borrow money from people that don't know the prime rate, that don't know all the programs, that don't know how to pivot. If you're not an expert in your craft, a lot of these business owners will not respect you, and they'll go take money from a Joe Schmo down the block that's just lying to them. So make sure that you're an expert, that you're able to go ahead and be able to pivot and offer different programs and figure out ways to get the money. But yes,
hold on. I just want to, before we get there, I want to just Obiola, how you doing? I know he's the only brave one that has a screen on. Can you unmute yourself?
Abiola is also writing down notes. I see him writing it down. Abiola, we're gonna clap it up for you. We're gonna clap it up for you right now. We see you.
So tell us a little bit. What do you do, or what type of clients do you have? I mean, go ahead.
What brings you to the
What brings you to the community?
Yeah. Now,
what do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
well, we'll clap it up for that.
So you have a deal? Do you have a deal that you would want to discuss?
A scenario or something?
Scenario? No.
Okay.
Do you deal? Well, you got hearts. You got hearts. Wow.
I know you got thumbs down. I got hearts. I mean, something's going on.
Do you deal with business owners? Do you deal with mortgage? What do you deal with? Okay. Okay. Business owner. Nice. So do you do merchant cash advances? Okay.
So Abiola, let me ask you this before Stanley, because I know you're trying to talk to him. Stanley, give me a second.
I didn't talk. I didn't say.
No, you were trying, bro. Stop.
I saw you.
You trying. You kicked me under the table. Stop kicking me.
You guys are just playing footsies.
Abiola, I have a question. Then Sean, I'm gonna get to your question. Abiola, so right now you say you're just trying to jump into trying to jump into the game again. So do you have leads right now that you're currently calling, that you're currently marketing to, or are you trying to explore options? Okay.
Nice.
LinkedIn is a powerful
yes.
Wait,
that's how we met.
Yep.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. That's a
LinkedIn.
different side.
Listen, LinkedIn right now.
Oh my God.
LinkedIn is one of the most, and I don't know, it is for everybody that's in the chat. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful tools right now to generate business and relationships. And you'll actually get ISOs to start sending you more business with LinkedIn by seeing how powerful you are in your community with a professional profile.
Yeah.
And just simply getting your name out there and having people see what you do. You guys can generate a lot of relationships. But hold on.
Well, hold on. You want to say it? I want to say it.
I want to say it.
Okay, you
What
say
I
it.
was going to say is you're looking for people, you're looking for a source to generate leads. For $49, if you do decide to sign up with Brokers Connection, hopefully by the end of this podcast, we'll set you up with a CRM and we'll set you up with 1,000 leads. Okay.
Yo, that's a round of applause.
So that's not the right button. This is.
So now remember, every sales is competition, right? That was his pitch. That was his introduction. I would have told you, you know what?
Go do it yourself first.
No. You know what? One of the benefits of joining Brokers Connection is the fact that you join a community. One of the community, the fact that you join a community is that you get a CRM. A CRM now, right? A lot of people if you don't know what a CRM is
Manage your pipeline.
It's a client relationship manager, right?
That's you got it. Because last time we didn't know. Yeah.
So within the CRM, what we do and what we've built is we went ahead and you've joined us twice, but what we did was we went ahead and said, you know what? A CRM, let's incur the cost. You guys are bringing in the leads. We're going to incur the cost. You join Brokers Connection, we basically go ahead and give you 100% rebate on it. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yep.
We, in addition to that, we're adding leads for you. We give you 1,000 leads on a monthly basis.
Fun fact:
these are
nobody's doing it.
Intent leads.
It's not the right button, Stanley.
Okay, the button. Stanley, all right,
Somebody take his fingers away.
I thought it was.
So now what we do is what we're gonna do is that, and on top of that, which is I just found out today because I think Sean was asking me. You have the ability in the community to set up a one-on-one with our marketers to set up your CRM to make sure your leads come into you. CRMs are pivotal
To any sales organization.
They're very, very important because you could buy 1,000 leads, but you know what? There's only so many numbers you can dial. After it, to be honest with you, it's human nature to get bored. You're not calling every single lead. A CRM allows you to, number one, automate the system,
Follow up
with triggers, and also after that, if it's a certain disposition, you can cater the emails of not emails or text messages of what's going to go out to the client. Right? We do it internally. If a client says yes, I'm interested in no doc funding, no problem. We send the email out for no doc funding, but then there's also follow-ups, right? For a week.
Drip campaigns.
Drip campaigns. So that's going to be the benefit that you would actually get with Brokers Connection, because we're going to walk you through everything to be ensured. Because at the end of the day, you're generating leads. They're going to come to us. We send them right back to you, right? When the deal gets funded. So our interests are aligned.
Yeah.
We want to make sure you get leads.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And just real quick, just to keep continue reading the chat. James Jones, great insight. Roger James, great job. How you doing, Roger?
We have 24 people. Ask questions, guys.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Here.
But yeah, really quick, Sean. Okay, great question. When can we help people with credit repair? Are the scores that are too low for it to be worth it? Now that is a Stanley question. Stanley, credit repair guru.
No score is too low for us.
Never.
With because we don't do credit repair, so we don't promote that. We don't market for that. That's more of an internal white glove service. But we actually use the law when we look for credit. So we do a credit audit. We look at what's wrong with your credit, the years, if the information is inaccurate. But we take it one step further. We compare it to the Fair Credit Act to make sure that they're compliant, the CFPB is compliant, the FTC is compliant. And when we find these violations, that's what we go after. So a lot of our competitors just keep sending letters and letters and letters and letters so you could feel they're doing something. Right now, our staff does, by the time your file comes in and we decide to proceed, within 24 hours, we have staff calling the bureaus to remove inaccuracies. On Experian, you give us 24 to 72 hours, you start seeing progress. You give us 10 days, you start seeing progress on Equifax and Experian. And we keep going after and after it. So we're not the textbook company. And mind you, we deny a lot of clients. Because I'll be honest with you, if you were just late on your mortgage, your car payment, your student loans last month, There's no. I'm not.
But
we're not
also
doing
too,
that
just to add on that, listen, you guys have probably heard about credit repair companies that do this and this. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a believer.
wasn't
I
don't think anybody is.
I told Stanley, you know what? Let's not put this business model in place because I don't believe it. I don't understand it. Now, me growing up, I didn't know about credit. Just being financial literacy,
in the
right? I didn't know about credit. My credit score, to be honest with you, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, was about. I'll be honest with you, it was like
trash.
What
was
is it?
bad.
Tell us.
It was bad.
Here's
It
what
was bad. I had collections. I had this. I had that. As just a young kid, I made dumb mistakes, right? But then I said, okay, Stan, no problem. Let's figure it out. Before we commit, let me put myself as a client. Guys, my credit
Yeah.
score now is 700. I have
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, we gotta clap it
That's
up for
what we
that.
said before. When your credit score is great, people have no problem telling you what it is. I'll put it up. I'll put up. I'll show. Excuse me. I'll show the progress. Our credit loan program gives you a CRM, allows you the ability to track what we're doing. And you're informed all along the process. It's crazy. It's insane. I'll put pictures up on the community so that you guys can see how my credit score went. I think it was honestly, which is embarrassing now that I say it's 564. It went up to a 700 score.
Put up for that.
You understand it, but it's because we have.
Jose, how long did it take for you to get it up?
You know what? For my credit score to go up,
Yeah,
it took me about, I think, 3 to 4 months.
fire.
But I wanted to say this.
Hold on. But
That's not for everyone.
The moment he saw his credit score, he ran to BMW and was like, "Give me the nice."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, guys, and listen.
That's what it's about, bro.
But
Yeah.
you know what? It's crazy because now I'm like, listen, I have the bank statements, I have the money. Here we go. Like, listen, here you go. Approve me for this. They're like, no, your credit score is not up to par. I was like, what? What are you insane? I'll give X amount. No, you're not. I wasn't getting a loan anywhere. Then once I fixed my credit and was credit worthy, okay, here you go, Jose. Here you go. His X amount. Boom. They didn't even. Honestly, they didn't even ask me for bank statements when I got the loan. It was insane. BMW themselves, like, yo, you're not credit worthy. You're not where you're supposed to be. I was like, wow. Right. But it's because we don't know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't
And
know.
if you don't know, you don't know.
Right. But now, thanks to the knowledge that we have, thank you, Stanley.
Yep.
Thank
Clap it
you,
up for Stan.
Stan. No. But now we're able to go ahead, and this is really what this community is about: is being able to pass down the knowledge, or being able to pass down what we know or what we've experienced to everyone else, so that it's a shortcut for you.
All right, listen, really quick. Story time is over. We're getting to that point. It's 8:05. I want to start reading all the comments so we can button this up. Sean, call me later, dudes. I'm gonna make dinner. Peace. Sean, call me always. Thank you so much. Love that you tune in every week. James Jones. That information deserves a shot. All right, pour it up, Jose. Let's do it. Roger James, my man Roger. Thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure. How I have a client, time in business is 9 months, credit 600, seeking 25,000. Well, Roger, that particular client all day is a revenue-based financing deal. Depending on his industry, he'll probably get up to 80%.
No, industry, and how much money does he make?
Yes. Industry,
$1,000, and he's not getting 25.
yes, in industry and how much money he makes.
But
Yes.
source of income too, because he might have that score. But if he's making money, we can go to our relationship.
Yeah, and we
Get some
can.
money out.
Yes, sir.
So,
Okay.
Roger, we can speak with that.
let me just say one thing. Understand, piggyback on what Jose said earlier. I take a different approach from Jose. He takes more of an interview. When you talk to your clients, automatically assume everything they said is a lie, and not in a deceitful way. They have a perception of
That's
their
my
financial
approach.
status. They have a perception of what they qualify for.
Mhm.
So I always tell my guys, and I'll tell you, everybody in my office learns through walking through fire. Right? It's like that Steven Seagal movie. Everybody want to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Right? So you have to trial by fire. So all my guys go, but. I'm like, he's lying. One of my guys, Joe, today. There's a lady has a property.
Shout out to Joe. Hey, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Joe's over there, still working.
He's still working.
Joe, come over here. Say hi.
$4 million property. She says he have a score of 660, 670.
650.
Come to find out, the score. Oh, Sean, you're
it's my
on that deal
client
too. Sean and his my
Joe, say hi.
This is my stepson Joe.
Joe.
Good
Right?
evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Very illegitimate, right? It comes back, her scores in the fives. Joe goes, yo, we can't charge points. We can't. I'm like, Joe. Because I taught him. So he didn't say that.
Yes,
Now,
he did. What are
we're
you
getting-
talking about?
huh?
Yes, he did.
What? Say what?
Go. What
Right? So now,
Oh,
Joe's in the mix.
Who's that? Is that Roger?
Now,
Roger?
Oh,
What I
Joe?
said was I was.
That's Roger. Hold on. Hey, Roger.
Roger,
My
go
bad,
ahead.
Roger. My bad.
All right.
Ro- what does he gross a month, Roger?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, Roger? Real important question, and this is what these guys are always to ask you: what does he need the money for? Okay, that's it, Roger. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. That's unacceptable. I'm going to tell you why. That's
Don't take it the wrong
unacceptable.
way.
Don't take it the wrong way.
Hold on. Roger's my guy. It's my ISO. Can I talk to my guy?
Oh my
Let me talk to my guy. I'm territorial now. It's my guy, Roger.
All right,
All
you know
right.
what?
So,
So
Roger.
Roger, if he doesn't answer the right questions, I got to fucking yell.
Oh, Tequila Thursdays.
I have to have a conversation with him as far as to why it didn't happen. Go ahead.
No, listen. So, Roger. We every time we get a client on the phone, you and I both jump on a three-way call with them. So you're gonna see how I handle him tomorrow. Okay. So
here we go.
So
Here we
the first thing that I'm gonna do, because like I said, he's in construction, so we got to go pain points, right? Roger. The first thing that I'm gonna ask the gentleman is, hey, is everyone showing up to work? How are you doing? Right? Really try to be his therapist, right? Really harp on the pain points. Listen, we all know everybody. No one's really showing up to work nowadays, so it's very risky to get this done. But how much do you need? It's going to be a real apathetic approach at first, and then we got to slam him if he starts to, kind of try to give us pushback on what's what. But realistically, 600 credit score, time in business is less than a year. He doesn't have any tax returns. There's not much we're going to be able to do for him. So it's this particular
hold on. What does he need the money for?
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the answer.
I don't get what does he need the money for?
What's he need the money for?
I'm getting there.
He's your client?
That's my ISO.
So let's ask the ISO. Excuse me.
He just said,
what does the client need the money for?
Roger, do you understand why that question is important? What do you need the money for? I don't want to put you on the spot. Can I ask why? What I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay, so let me. So when you ask someone what do you need the money for, essentially, I don't want to use the word they're selling themselves, but they're telling you why. So what if Roger? Okay, so Roger, you're the client. What do you need the money for? I need it for expansion. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What is expansion? What does that mean? What are you going to expand? Oh, I'm going to expand my terrace. Okay, perfect. How much money is that going to generate you? Oh, another, I don't know, 70K. Well, let's say 10,000. Okay, perfect. Now you need 200. You need 25,000. How much is that expansion? Oh, 15K. Okay, what else are you going to do with it? Oh, I'm going to buy inventory. Okay, perfect. How much money is that inventory going to generate for you? Oh, it's going to generate another $10,000. Now, what's happening is, right, they're telling you what the ROI is.
Return on investment.
What's the ROI?
Return on investment. So now when you come back, and I learned, listen, for me, I love movies, right? And I learned this from I think it was
Scarface.
Boiler Room.
Okay.
Where it's like, listen, not Magic Mike. Where it's like, okay, so you want 25K. I got you 25K. You're going to grab that 25K and it's going to make you 50K, I say. Now, here's the approval, $25,000. You're going to make $50,000. So you're using what? Other people's money, right? OPM, other people's money to be able to make. So at the end of the day, don't tell me
that the cost is. Yeah.
Don't tell me the cost. Remember what movie it is? I think it is from Boiler Room. Tell me that I think it was another one. Tell me you don't like the sound of my voice. Tell me you don't like me. Tell me I sound like an asshole. But do not tell me that this is not gonna make you money, right? Because now you understand. So 25,000 It's going to give you X amount. It's going to give you a 50% return. So now you have it. Aside from just expansion, okay, what expansion doesn't it's not. There's no other numbers to it.
You can't go to a bank and tell
Yeah.
a bank that you need money for expansion. You have to write a whole business. You have to write a whole work. You have to write up a report for exactly what you're gonna do, an executive summary.
That's why the
Yes.
purpose of the
Let me interject. Let me.
Whoa. Hold on. That's another one. Please, James, right?
Roger.
Roger.
My man Roger. My man Roger.
I honestly,
My guy.
and I hate and please do not fall for this. Roger, I'm not moving forward because I like you. Roger, I'm not gonna do a deal because you know what? I like what you said to me. You crazy? If you have a great deal, a client's going to move forward regardless. Do not let them tell you that they like the sound of your voice and that's why they're going to hold on an approval.
Remember, I said all of them lie because they don't
all
know
do.
the product.
And they all say that, oh my God, you know what? Oh, Roger, I like you. I like what you say. So I'm going to hold off. But know that I have another deal that's better than what you're going to give me.
And
No,
Roger,
you're lying to me.
and you know what, Roger, and again, we got to speed this up. But Roger, I'm glad you asked that question because remember this. I'm gonna get on the phone with this guy, and now that you gave me that ammo, I'm gonna slam this guy because he's still shopping around because he was probably offered a daily payment, which is all he really deserves, and he was offered a higher factor rate, probably a 149 or higher, which is all he's gonna qualify for. So the call is gonna be very simple. It's gonna be a take it or leave it scenario, which is what it's gonna be, you know. Oh, so now we're moving now we're moving to a different territory. So now what we can do is as long as she has a 680 plus credit score and she has two cards with limits of $2,500 plus, and she has an overall credit utilization of 20% or less, now we can go ahead and get her pre-qualified for our no doc program, which is going to be a different part of the combo.
Same client?
Same client, yeah, same client.
Wait, hold on. Even before you get into that, she has bank statements.
Let me interject for a second. If you ever hear if you hear about doctors or dietitians, they always say good food in, good food out.
Ozempic.
Bad shit in, bad shit out, right? This is what he's talking to you about, and you're saying she might jump on. Your intake form is the most important document you're gonna fill out during a client. Yeah. So you need to ask those questions repetitively, no matter what client it is. Once you hear, I have a 600 score, a 620 score, a 500 score, do you have a cosigner?
Yeah.
That should be part of your intake. That's where people.
Yeah.
Did you take down our information?
We can talk about it anyway. We don't.
Okay,
we could definitely talk about
Roger,
it.
I think for bringing up this, I thank you for
Roger.
bringing up that scenario. You
Dell will be calling you tomorrow.
We're gonna take care of it, Roger. I got you. All right, so let's put this up. James Jones, how do you respond to the virtual? What is your rate question? That's great. You know, you want to take it, Sean. Take it, Sean.
I always give these people the same approach. It's like when you're
these people.
because you got these people. What's your rate? What's your business?
Get closer to the mic, Sean.
Like what's your business? We don't really know anything about you yet. So it's like when you're driving your car and your check engine light comes on, right? You can't pull up at the mechanic shop and say, "Listen,
how much is this
my check engine light is on? What's wrong with my car? And how much is it going to cost me?" No, we gotta look. We gotta put it up on the lift. We gotta do a diagnostics, right? So we gotta.
What if a client says, "You know what? I understand that. I like your scenario, but you know what? Give me a real number. What is your rate?"
Okay, well,
give me a range. You've been doing this for years.
That's why we ask them the questions. Well, how long has your business been open for?
It's been open for 2 years.
What industry are you in?
I'm a restaurant.
Okay, where's your credit score?
680.
Okay, and how much revenue you bring in every year?
I do 150,000 a year.
150,000 a year. Okay, and what are you looking to use the funds towards?
I am expanding. I have another location I got to open up. I only need 30,000 to be able to do it.
How soon do you need the money?
How soon do you need the money? That's another thing too.
How soon do you need
Listen, when it comes down to how soon you need the money.
What's the rate though, Sean? What's the rate, Sean? I gotta hang up.
Okay, do you have tax returns?
I do have tax returns.
Beautiful. And do you have 6 months of bank statements?
I do.
All right. So we're going to need to take a look at
What's the rate, Sean? I gotta go.
Rate's going to be anywhere between 2 points to 6 points over prime if you're eligible for a term loan.
Okay, you said 2 points. Okay, so if I don't get 2 points, then I'm moving forward. Is that okay?
That's fine. Look, why don't we look at the file? Let's take a look at it. I'm gonna give you a
But
realistic.
you just said 2 points. I want 2 points. How do I get 2 points?
You get 2 points
What do I have to do to get 2 points?
by showing me your paperwork, so I can give you a realistic expectation.
The reason why I said that is because, and Sean, you did a great job. The reason why I said that is because everyone's going to focus on the little number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If you say
what do I
5,
have to do to get there?
Tell him get
What
us
do I have to do to
700.
get
You gotta.
there? What do I have to?
Because what you're telling
Okay,
me
so
doesn't mean
Sean,
anything at the
Okay,
end
so
of the
Sean,
day.
let me do this and let me wait till I get a 700 score, then I'll call you back.
Well, don't you need the money now?
What's the rebuttal?
Don't you need the money now?
But I want to get 2 points.
Okay, we can get there. But how soon do you need the money, and how fast?
What do you
let me
need
ask
it
you,
for?
what do you need it for? And how much profit is it going to bring you? What is this
Oh.
going to do for your business?
hey,
Uh,
hold on, really, I have to tell you guys this because this is awesome. We don't have time for this role play because I already did role play with you, Jose. Now you're just role playing with everybody. Now you're just all over the place.
Well,
we'll
guys,
do this scenario. But
ladies and gentlemen, just know this: on Saturdays, 11 o'clock, this is what we do.
we role play.
We'll make sure. Yeah, let's
We
do
can.
It. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we
Let's
can do
it.
scenarios. This is awesome.
Honestly,
I like this
This
stuff.
is what we do. It's like pitch meetings in the morning. We have pitch meetings in the morning.
We do it live.
Morning when we do it. But you know what? You guys got to show up. Show up, and let's do this. Let's do this every single Saturday.
Let's role
Take
play.
the time out of yourself, out of your busy day. I'm here every single Saturday. Let's do it. Let's role play. Give me deals. Let's go through it. Let's make this an event.
And listen, also, we don't know how everybody's Friday nights usually are, but if you want to do some additional role play on Saturdays, we're here for you. Saturday mornings, bright and early, 11 a.m. No matter what you did Friday night, we want to be here to role play with you guys Saturday morning.
Stanley has something to
I
say.
want to ask a question real quick, right?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
loving
giving out a gem.
I'm loving being on this podcast and people asking questions, right? But we want to be more targeted. So we've been talking to marketing department and figuring it out. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like us to put a questionnaire in the chat so we could gear our topics to feed the community.
Guys, he actually meant Mighty Network,
The Mighty app.
The Mighty app, which is the community.
Yes, the community. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like. It's like every Monday we put a questionnaire. You guys put the questions in there. So now we're coming here.
How about we do this? Let's do a poll.
Like a question.
So one of them, but I'm gonna make the questions. I'm gonna make the questions. One of them would be the questionnaire. The other one would be live underwriting. The second one's good. Who wants to see Stanley do crazy stuff?
Let's walk before we run. Like I said, so what I'm gonna talk to marketing. I want to get in the habit of dropping a poll, a questionnaire every Monday.
I like Liam Peter.
You guys give us the feedback and we take it from there.
Thank you, Stanley. Listen, no more questions, please.
Christopher.
Hold on, listen really quick. iPhone, David, Jose, what's up? Cover the bank statement line of credit again, please. So the bank statement line of credit program is one of our Alt A, B, or C programs in which it ranges from a 625 plus credit score. Last 6 months, 6 months of bank statements, and we can go ahead and get you guys approved for line of credit.
My email is in the chat. Look at it. jmartinez@lemoncapital.com.
Roger, Trina, Abiola, thank all you guys. James, thank all you guys for being attentive.
Look at the ones in the chat.
Yes, we're going to continue. Again, James Jones, what is the cost from credit repair? James, not to rush and speed everything up. We're going to keep every guys
on credit repair. Send me, James. We'll send you an email. It all depends. We have a credit repair AI generated system that will tell you and does the whole thing for you. Okay.
Yep. And depending on how much work needs to be done on the credit repair, it's like a sliding scale depending on how
bad the score is. And
I'm gonna read.
Right. Someone has his hand up.
Abiola.
Abiola, go ahead.
You had your hand up.
Unmute yourself.
We can't hear you, Abiola. You gotta click the unmute button, and we can hear you.
About to ask a question.
So there you go, Abiola. Okay. See you later, Abiola.
Thank you for joining us.
Listen, you could have been anywhere else tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and getting the information. Hopefully, listen,
Abiola, I better see the purchase.
Yeah,
we're gonna give you the CRM. We're gonna give you everything. Matter of fact, you know what? And
Request Sean as your
we're-
representative. I got you.
yeah, you got to fight these guys. Who you want, Daryl or you want Sean?
Listen, Abiola
and Ivory.
Abiola, listen, no matter what, hopefully the information tonight was informative. You know, hopefully, you know, you do end up signing up and getting the leads, and we'll definitely show you how to go ahead and make sure that you monetize the most out of your
Listen,
data.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to do this against Stanley's. I don't know if he wants it or
Against
not,
his will?
against Stanley's will. But you know what? Stanley at Fun Rock Capital. FunRockCapital.com.
You forgot the D, Jose. You always forget the D. Come on, man. Don't forget the D on this one. All right, say that for our capital. Okay, let's keep going. James Jones, quantifiable data. Fire. Yes, exactly what we're giving you guys. The ability to be able to email and text everybody is what we're going to be able to give you in the system.
Who was that above? Go up a little bit.
Shelly, still waiting on a call from Dow. Shelly, I'll call you right now, Shelly. What's up?
Shelly, wait, hold on. Shelly, can you unmute yourself and complain? Please complain to us about this guy. Shelly,
Let him know how
please.
you feel.
This is what you
Shelly,
guys
are
want
you
to do
available, Shelly, please? Hey, Shelly, how are you? There we go.
Daryl.
Listen.
Stanley's pressing random buttons. What is this?
That worked out pretty good.
All right. Guys, please. So, Shelly, tell us, what do you do? I know everyone's leaving, but you know what? We still have time for everybody else. So, Shelly, what do you do?
Oh,
Nice.
I like it.
Okay.
Not hoping, we will.
We will, Shelly.
So what kind of clients do you have, Shelly? Do you have clients for Stanley? Is sexy chocolate over here? Or do you have clients for Daryl, which is business
We
lending?
kind of look the same. I mean, we're
No,
dressed the
no,
same. Come on now.
You can't say that. You can't say you guys look the same. That's
What do you mean we don't look the same? I mean, I don't have no gray. I have no grays.
Stop, Shelly.
I don't have no
Let's get back to
grays.
Shelly. This is not about you guys.
over here.
Shelly, I'm sorry. I apologize. What?
Oh,
Uh,
say less.
Why don't you come in tomorrow?
We're in New York. Where are you? Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
let's
less.
So
That's-
Shelly, I'm going to you. Are you in Brokers Connection? Okay, let me do this. Don't even go just yet. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna find you right now. Hold on, Shelly. I'm gonna text you our address. Hold on,
On the spot.
Shelly, Sheli. Shelly Grant.
And we'll have snacks for you.
I have 91 ending in 3872. Is that good? Okay. All right, so we're gonna see you tomorrow.
Let's
Okay,
go,
cool.
Shelly. Let's go. We're gonna drop a bomb for.
Yes.
And listen, Shelly, you're from New York, so you know that's a flex bomb. You know that's a flex bomb. Shelly, no, seriously, Shelly, thank you so much. For tuning in. Tomorrow, you come to the office, you can see the space. You can meet all the guys, you can meet all the brokers. We have a couple ladies that work here as well. And any and all ideas that you have for collaborations, bring it, and we'll be more than happy to make sure that you leave more than satisfied.
Roger
There
has
you
his
go.
hand up. Roger has his hand up.
Shelly, I
Yes.
just texted you the address. I mean, listen, the address isn't a secret. You can look at the website. It's 190 Blydenburg Road, Suite 2A. I landed in New York, 11749.
You have to ring the buzzer
I just said,
downstairs.
yeah,
we don't
ring the
have
buzzer.
a butler now, but there's a buzzer downstairs. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Roger, what's going on, brother?
Roger.
Unmute yourself.
Hey,
How are
Roger.
you?
Good
Where's your
evening, my
tequila or your drink or whatever you have?
Thanks for tuning in. My man.
Health as well.
What's up, brother?
Woo! Have it up for that, Roger. Let's go. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Atlanta, nice.
Oh yeah.
What type of clients do you get? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully everything is well.
So, Okay, Roger,
You're
did
in the
you
right
do me a
place.
favor? Did you say you joined the community? Do you have access to the community app? Go to
Mighty?
Mighty. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I need you to do me a favor. Go and register for the one-on-one. The one-on-one means that you will now speak to our IT department. That's going to tell you how to download the leads, how to program them, for you to be able to text and email everything in the system. But make sure that's very important because now you have 1,000 leads that are free for you. You have a CRM and you have 1,000 leads that you can nurture now. Moving forward. What'd you think? Good.
And yeah,
Yeah.
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 So it's easy for you. It's
And you know
seamless.
what? Like even today's topic was all about how finding your niche, right? So it's just real simple. Honestly, even before you even do the CRM, go to Facebook. Let them know that what you're doing now. Hey, listen, I'm
A
built.
lot of Facebook groups.
Yeah.
You know what? You'll be surprised how many people in your network have a 680 plus
Listen,
credit score.
especially in the Atlanta area.
Oh my God,
we were
Atlanta,
just
love it.
we were just down there for Invest Fest. It was amazing.
Fire.
The Atlanta area right
Fire.
now, there's so many upcoming new businesses. There were so many people there mingling. Atlanta is on fire right now. You are in the exact spot that you need to be to go ahead and monetize the hell out of your network and out of your area. And we are also going to provide you with 1,000 leads
Yeah.
so that you could go ahead and monetize
Remember,
your reach further.
Even anyone that you know is an entrepreneur that wants to become an entrepreneur, right? Anyone that works at 9 to 5, everyone has goals and aspirations. They work at 9 to 5 because maybe there's been a little
They
delay,
need to make ends meet.
a little delay because
Yeah.
they have a family, etc. So it's
Yeah.
beautiful. But anyone that has a 680 plus credit score,
Yeah.
we provide educational videos on how to become a business owner.
And Roger, remember, anyone that you do refer to Brokers Connection, you get a 5% override on.
Wow.
So let's not forget that as well. So we are really setting everyone up in the position to put everybody in a position where they can make as much money as possible.
But
in
understand this:
2025.
anything you need, my man Stan. My man Stan is listen.
Stan the man with the
Stan
plan.
the man.
With the plan. Get it up for Stan.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I'm
First-
gonna let a cat out the bag because Jose always wanted to let cats out the bag and make. Might as well. Right now, we have a product coming out this quarter, which is a game changer. So if you have, let's say you have a 680, 700 score, but you have high utilization, meaning that on your credit card, you might be close to maxed out. We have a program where we'll pay off $10,000 of a qualified file to get you funded. So that means, let's say you have one credit card, $5,000 limit, 2,500 low. You have another $5,000 credit, 2,500 owed. Another one and another one. We'll pay those down to get you funded, so you can qualify for 50,000 plus on your business side of.
Oh my God! Stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Oh, and also
we call that an ideas meal.
He wants to let my cats out the bag. I'm letting it out. We paying off
Go
debt.
ahead, Roger. What'd you say?
And listen, this is the last thing that I'm going to say. James Jones said, "Wow, this is the last thing that I'm going to say about that program." And then we're going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. Hold on. If you guys don't want him to wrap it up, just put it in a text message.
Listen,
I know 17 people have said it.
No, listen,
right
trust me.
now.
Everybody wants me to wrap it up, but listen,
the
the final part about what he just said is the rapid rescore. So with that program that he's speaking about, with the pay
No
down,
rush. James Jones said no rush.
listen, with the pay down assistance program, they will pay up to $10,000 of your credit card debt off, and you do not. The best part about that program, you don't have to wait 30 days for your score to update. It's a rapid rescore, so it'll happen.
It's don't. You can't tell them all that.
Well, listen, that's a part of the program.
You know
it's a rapid rescore. It's going to update your credit score. Going to update.
Call
But
your
But
rep.
now
That's why I said,
let's
if you
ask-
want more information on the program, call your rep.
Yes.
For the next 30 days, we're not dropping
But
in the
let's
group.
go. Let's go.
We're not,
Let's go
we're
through.
not even marketing for it. If you're on this chat, call your rep tomorrow.
No, if you're in the
Say, "I'm
community.
in the community, Call your rep and ask, I want to know more about this program.
Get engaged
You're
in the
getting
community,
an
guys.
exclusive tonight.
Can we go through this? Who Shelly? Shelly, how are you? So we're going through Shelly. Shelly, if you have a deal, please let's talk about it.
Host, we're wrapping it up.
We are wrapping it up, but they're still here. You know what means that? Oh, no rush. I'm
Sounds
sorry?
good,
There you
Shelly.
go.
Yes, Shelly.
I
Shelly.
like that, Shelly.
Shelly.
Okay, so Shelly, she's coming in tomorrow to see us.
Yep.
We have actually my man Mo Moore. Mo Moore, you've been here several different times. What's going on, brother? Unmute yourself. See, everyone put these guys on the spot. No, okay. No rush. I'm not being
Guys, this is what I would say. Anyone who has any questions, please reach out, sign up, reach out to your reps. Now you know some of the programs we offer even more than you knew before.
Oh,
Call your reps. Tell them you want some literature on the product. You want to know more about it. Remember, we're here to serve you. We're about how do we add value to your business model. So give your rep a call and let's talk about these products we covered tonight. And let's just take it to the moon. Let's go.
That's it, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right.
Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to the 11th installment of Tequila Thursdays. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
yo,
You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Tune in next week. We're going to have another juicy topic, more current events, show you guys how to monetize your leads. Again, I'm your host, Darren Mills. This is Jose. This is my man, Joe. This is Stanley. Thank you.